much.
So how did Audrey's Books get started back in 1975?
Oh, 1975. The owners of the store, Audrey Whaley, used to work for Mel Hurtig when Mel Hurtig had one of the first independent bookstores in Western Canada. And she and her husband and another partner bought his flagship store and created Audrey's Books. And it was two Audreys. Both wives were Audreys. That's where it comes from, the plural, not possessive.
Exactly, because a lot of people will sometimes put that possessive, Audrey's as in it's owned by an Audrey, but there were two Audreys
There were
involved.
two, yes.
Now, your parents ended up buying the bookstore. Why did they want to do that?
In 1988, they heard wind that it might be for sale. Sharon used to sell books to Audrey's Books, and she thought, this is great. This is what I want. I want to do that.
Yeah. How did you then get involved in the business?
I have been, as I said, I've been around books obviously since a very, very young age. And when they bought the bookstore, I couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, and I understand you've really had a big influence on the children's book section over the years. Why has that been a focus for you?
You know, I think the time that I started to kind of take it over, I had a young daughter myself, and I just grew so passionate about it. Picture books are I guess they're not so secret obsession, but a huge obsession of mine with the illustrators and the words and, how it all works together in such a short little story.
Well, and you highlight a lot of local authors or Canadian authors as they're coming through Edmonton. You do lots of book launches. And especially with children's books, what has really changed, there's the classics, of course, but then so much inclusivity in more and more picture books these days.
Absolutely. And I think for Audrey's, one of our big focus over the last many years has been our Indigenous section, especially because there was such a lack of books. And so we're pretty proud of how much that section has grown and how much we've put into it and put that out in the world to do our part.
I read this great quote from your mom in an Edmonton Journal article that happened in April when it was right around Canadian Independent Bookstore Day, where your mom basically said, can Edmonton not have Audrey's? And that's sort of always been the approach, is this idea that, we just need to be around.
Absolutely. She's like, it's not going to fail on my watch.
Yeah, yeah, which is a great attitude to have.
Yeah.
And, there's been some kind of unexpected successes. Like, what happened at Audrey's Books when we heard about this banned book list earlier this year?
Oh, my goodness. We had a lot of influx, of course, with people wanting to know what's on this list, what are all these books, and also because of all of the fuff, we've had a very surprised event here at the middle of December. The one and only Margaret Atwood has decided to make an extra stop on her Canada tour. She was only supposed to do Toronto, Calgary, and Vancouver. But with everything that's happened here, she's like, no, I think I need to come to Edmonton. So it was an immediate yes. My mom had kind of had Margaret on her wish list for her 50th. And so it just kind of worked out that way. It's kind of got this full circle